So let's get on with this stuff. So I recently just saw Shang-Chi, as you know, right? My spoiler-free review. I did a non-spoiler review. Check it out on my channel. It's about 10 minutes long, 10, 11 minutes long. Quick thoughts. Once again, a solid movie. I really like this. One of the best Marvel movies. Um, and Sorry, checking my phone. Well, yeah, I know I shouldn't be. But yeah, yeah. So check out my review. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review. I might. I don't know if I'm gonna do it later today or sometime during the week. I mean, because I'm gonna be very busy during the weeknights on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because I'm gonna start doing more wrestling watch-alongs for NXT, AEW, and WWE SmackDown, not Raw unless I need to, and obviously pay-per-views. I'm always gonna do them. But those are on Tuesday. But I'm also gonna do my other streams like my wrestling show tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna do that. I haven't started that up because I have to watch All Out. Not All Out first, right? All Out. And my internet just went out. Thank you. Oh, now we're back. Okay. And yeah, and then I'm gonna stop make videos like this and continue streaming video games and stuff. Maybe I'll stream video games to after today or something instead of stream some yeah. Okay, so all right, Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi. Let's see. So it's on pace to break the Labor Day box office record and made 8.8 million on Thursday night. Technically movies do get released really the night before the actual release date. We all know that, right? So it made 8.8 on the Thursday. I don't know how much it made on Friday, but but I think it looks like it's gonna break the record. It's the word of mouth for this movie is very good. It's a good movie, like I said. Word of mouth is very very good. I seen a lot of people talking about it on the Twitter. And I think it's gonna look. I think it's gonna break it. Here's Variety. Here's a Variety article on it. Box office. This is by Eli Schaefer, Variety. When was this written? Today. Today, actually. Box office. Shang-Chi expected to defeat Labor Day weekend with a record of 75 million plus debut. So let's read this article. Okay, maybe I'll share it with you guys. I'll share it with you guys. You know what? No, I can't. Sorry. I'll just read it out for you. Here, I'll read it from here, okay? So, Variety. Yeah, once again, Variety. I'm going to read from Variety. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just read it for you guys. Okay, Marvel and Disney Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is expected to soar to the top of the domestic box office over the holiday weekend with an estimated 4-day debut of 75 million to 85 million. So, short of 100 million, but still very good in the era we're in now. The superhero film took 29.6 million. Okay, there we know. On Friday, from 4,300 theaters, some industry experts are estimating Shang-Chi's earnings could even reach 86 million over its first 4 days, with a predicted 3-day growth of 70.8 million. This was pushed Shang-Chi slightly below the debut of Black Widow, which opened 80 million over 3 days and 60 million on Disney Plus Premier Access. Shang-Chi is expected to break the record for all-time Labor Day weekend earnings for surpassing those 2007 Halloween, which made 30.6 million in 2007. Unlike Black Widow, Shang-Chi is premiering exclusively in theaters, opposed to the hybrid release model that has become the norm during the COVID-19 pandemic. So it's not gonna make as much as Black Widow would, this projectedly, but it's gonna just by slightly less, but still overall successful. I mean, Labor Day weekend. I don't remember a lot of movies in the past coming out during the Labor Day, right? I don't remember that. I think they just want to get the kids in to see this movie before school starts. I know in the U.S. schools already start, but some other countries they haven't started. They can in some other places in the U.S. And I know Canada schools haven't started. I know in some places in Europe schools haven't started. They start this week. But yeah, so Shang-Chi is on. Yeah, remember it's not on Disney Plus. It's on pace to perhaps 70 to 80 million over the 4-day weekend, which is to me successful. I know people say, "Oh, it's not successful at all." Bullshit. It is successful. There's no Premier Access. Black Widow had Premier Access, had made a lot of money in the theaters and on Premier Access. Shang-Chi is not going to rely on that because they only have theaters to bank their buck on, right? So no Premier Access. So this movie, look, this movie is going to make the money. I think it's going to get there. 29.6 on Friday, plus 8.8 on Thursday. That makes about 37 million in 2 days. So if they average to about 20, if they average about like what they did on Friday, about and Saturdays and Sundays, more people will see because people less work on those weekends. So especially on Labor Day or whatever. So I can see Saturdays and Sundays over 30 million each day. And if that's the case, 29. So I can see 37 being bumped up to 67. So maybe if they project 75 to 80, 70 to 80 million, what? Maybe 90 million. I don't know. Maybe. So yeah, Shang-Chi is destined to break the Labor Day weekend. It's just gonna be. It looks like it's gonna fall slightly short of Black Widow. I don't know. I think there's a chance they could break that. Black Widow. Also, Wanda. There's rumor. So there's talk about Doctor Strange 2 once again. More Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness 2. So Grace Randolph, beyond the trailer, tweeted yesterday, and then she kind of deleted it. I think she did delete it. Tell me in the comments below if she deleted it, because when I checked on it looks like she did delete it. Checked on her Twitter account, She said Wanda killed some major players in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So they're going really, really deep with this. They're going extreme, and she didn't say who. She didn't say who. We didn't say who she kills. That's spoiling. I guess some people already saw some of the movie already. I don't know how they know. I think I know Grace probably has sources. How she? I don't know. Some people when they saw the movie, but can't spoil it. I just don't like. You know what? I just don't like it when people like that. I know they want to get people hyped up for the movies, but that movie is like 6 months out. It's like the anticipation for that movie is just, oh. Now hearing all the stuff about the movie, it just wants me to see it even more and more. And it's 6 months, 6 months, and hopefully it doesn't get delayed. And look, Spider-Man: No Way Home did the exact same thing, right? I think, but I think you can say with all these movies, it's the exact same thing now. Because now we're starting now these movies that we want to see, we're starting to get them now. We're getting it later in September and stuff. In October, we're gonna see Venom, Halloween, Last Duel. I don't know if I anticipated. November, Eternals. I think Dune, Ghost. I think Ghostbusters. I don't know the exact date. We are getting them, right? We're getting the movies we want to see. The Matrix, I think, is coming out this year, right? Spider-Man: No Way Home, and then next year, very anticipated. But these scoopers telling us what they know about these movies coming up, what they hear, what they've seen. It just makes my anticipation for these movies even more and more. And it's like, oh, I can't wait, I can't wait. It's like, give me it now, give me now, give me now. Man, just so yeah, so one of it. So apparently, I don't see any news cycles here. It was a Grace Randolph tweet. I remember that. I did see that. I don't see anything. I guess no, those news cycles picked up on it. No, whatever. But I remember Grace did tweet it, and I think she did delete it. But apparently, she does kill. Like Wanda's been pegged as the main villain of this movie. I think that's a red herring. I think she does go bad, but I think there's another bigger villain at play here. I do expect deaths. There's rumors that I don't know if it's been confirmed. It looks like it's been pretty much confirmed that Professor X is going to be in it. Some say it's Patrick Stewart. Some say it's James McAvoy. Okay, I'd rather have James McAvoy. I think they could do more things with James McAvoy. So yeah, I don't know if Wanda. Yeah, so it looks like I don't know. I haven't really found anything about Wanda kills. It's just that it's been taken down. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe in a few months, if people actually see the screener before the rest of the public, they like to go on to Twitter or whatever, Facebook, and tweet out stuff like what happens, what they see, what fans could expect. Maybe she does kill. I mean, Marvel does kill, right? um, and I just want to talk briefly about the game Midnight Suns. I know I showed the trailer in my last video talking about Marvel. Um, now seeing the gameplay trailer on IGN, seeing what it is, I'm very up. I'm not very. I'm very like confused. Like if like not confused, hesitant maybe if I should buy it. I really don't like the combat system. You have to use cards and stuff. And I saw a lot of people in the IGN chat and a lot of people on Twitter saying, "Yeah, this is not for me. Don't like this. This is not the kind of game we want for a Marvel game." And I'm kind of like I'm leaning towards that way. I like Marvel. I like the Marvel games. But whether it's a Spider-Man or Marvel, I like Marvel Avengers. It's not exactly a great game. It's okay. Or or Ultimate Alliance, whatever, like from the Switch in the past. Those were good games, but this game, Midnight Suns, the combat system. I have no problem with RPG games, role playing games, whatever style. But with cards, like it's turn based or action based RPG, I have no problem like that. Like turn based, like the Final Fantasy, or action based, like the typical MMO games, not RPG, or leveling up stuff like that, skill wise. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But cards, I don't know, man. With cards, I don't know. Like it's not my thing. I don't know. It comes out in March. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I mean, I love Marvel, but I love Marvel. I like buying comic book games. I don't know if I want to buy it. Now, seeing the gameplay, I'm like, oh, but the story it sounds so interesting. It's just that the gameplay. Huh. Now let's get to some of the huge the Russos. You know, the directors of the Captain America, Civil War, and Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. Looks like they're not happy with Marvel Studios and Disney right now, and it's because of the Black Widow. So I'm on Collider's website. If you know, there were negotiations with Disney and Marvel about doing another possible movie, and the directors of the Avengers Endgame are reported worried about how the future project might be released by Disney. So let's go through the article here, right? Let's go through the article. It's by Collider. Directors Joe and Anthony Russo have hit an impasse with Disney. So they're in an impasse with Disney. Negotiations returning to the world of Marvel movies. The Russos, who gave the studio one of the biggest hits in history with Avengers Endgame, were eyeing a return to superhero cinema, according to the Wall Street Journal. So this is according to the Wall Street Journal. But discussions were disrupted by Scarlett Johansson's recent lawsuit against Disney. So as soon as Scarlett Johansson's lawsuit this was placed, the Russos basically were like, yeah, we're worried now. We don't know what's gonna happen. I guess they're back, like, and they were negotiating, like, in this thing put a hamper into that negotiations. Look like the Russos were said to be concerned about how the project would be released. In the aftermath of the Disney resurrected strategy owning to the COVID-19 pandemic, in the past year or so, the studio has released films such as Black Widow, Jungle Cruise, and Cruella simultaneously in theaters and Disney Plus. Yes, for additional fee. Yeah. While Pixar titles such as Soul and Luca weren't given theatrical releases all. Yes, that's true. And when directed Disney Plus. Well, it's unclear what project Russo's brothers will be working on. The directing pair has talked in the past about how what excites them and possibly adapting a Secret War story that it would have been even bigger than the ambition of the Infinity Saga. So they're worried about the model that Disney's using, but it looks like that, yeah, those past movies, as I said, Jungle Cruise, Cruella, Mulan a year earlier, and Black Widow were all theaters and Disney Plus for additional fee simultaneously, right, at the exact same time. But we know that for Shang-Chi it's different, right? But it looks like they're in theaters, and Eternals is gonna be in theaters. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the upcoming months. The Russos, I think they should be concerned. I understand their concern, but if they negotiate and start doing a movie, whenever filming starts, I maybe or a project date, if they whatever they would be attached it to. I hopefully the pandemic will be over. By the time their film comes out, the pandemic will be over, right? Hopefully, and it'll just be in theaters only. My Shang-Chi is testing the waters again, guys. Testing the waters. And Eternals comes out in November. That's the next MCU movie, and that's not Thanksgiving weekend. That's early November, I believe. But does this more have to do with the future of their movies, negotiations, a possible comeback for another Marvel movie, or is it more of a allegiance to Scarlett Johansson? Because yeah, I think Disney did Scarlett Johansson wrong here, but Cruella, Jungle Cruise, they give the actors extra money, man. They gave them extra money. They gave them a kind of like an incentive, a bonus in a way. Not really a bonus, more of a, yeah, we think this is how much this movie is going to make, so we're going to give you this. And Cruella 2 is getting a sequel. They did Scarlett Johansson. They should renegotiate Scarlett Johansson and say, this is what's going to happen. You can always go back to the negotiating table and stuff. You can always do that. This is what we're afraid is going to happen. We can't because of this unfortunate circumstances. But I would like to see the Russos do another MCU movie, a big movie, maybe Secret Wars, maybe if that's one of the next projects, big MCU Avenger style movie, Secret Wars. They stalled. Maybe they'll go back talking to each other, and Disney has to be like, Yeah, I agree. Disney right now leadership. I don't know where it's at right now. It's like it's not really good. It's not really in a good place right now. I don't. Maybe it's the new CEO Bob Chapek. I don't know. They get getting bored because the MCU is their okay. MCU is their in terms of entertainment is their money making machine. Marvel, not just the MCU, but also the comic industry and the whatever. So yeah, what do you think, Russos? What do you think of this situation? You think they'll get? You think they'll come to some deal? Will they come to a sort of deal? Will go back to the negotiating table? And what do you think about the Shang-Chi breaking the box office record Labor Day weekend, making a lot of money? What else do you think about Wanda killing in Doctor Strange 2? You think she will kill? I know there's no news source, but I saw in the tweet. I saw some people talking about on YouTube. Are you gonna get the Midnight Suns game, knowing the gameplay, what it's like? And yeah, so before I go, I got something for you guys. This is what I think of you guys.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
So like, comment, subscribe down below, share with your friends. And with that, AW is out. And come check me for all else. So AW is out.